Lissa Kreisler, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Community Storytelling here at KCAT TV 15. And I have the pleasure of sitting next to, I don't know, maybe the future Aaron Sorkin, although Aaroness Sorkin, or maybe a Meryl Streep, who knows. She is a senior here at Los Gatos High School, only 17 years old, Emerson Morley, and she has already made her first movie, and it's been in film festivals. Maybe you've heard about it, but now you're going to get to meet her. The Valley. Hi, Emerson. You are like amazing.
Thank you.
And, you know, sometimes I preface this, you know, I'm the mother of 2 daughters, and when I see a young woman propel into life like you are, I'm just overwhelmed with joy. So I can imagine what your parents feel like.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. They've given up a lot of time and they've really believed in me through all the craziness. So.
Now, and before you even made this movie at the age of, I guess, 16, was it last summer?
16.
You did a TED Talk.
Yes.
At the age of what, 15?
Yeah, 15, that was kind of the inspiration behind The Valley.
Who does that?
I don't know, I almost didn't do it. I was really scared.
I bet. What was your topic?
I talked about, you know, mental health and my struggles with self-worth, learning disabilities, and I almost didn't, and then I wrote it, and I realized that it was probably a little bit bigger than me, and I should just suck it up and do it. So I did it, and I had a blast.
I love that attitude. Suck it up and do it.
Get her done, is what my mom says.
And it probably ended up as therapy.
Absolutely, 100%. People came up to me for, I would say, at least 5 months after I gave that talk and pulled me aside in the hallways, like texts, emails, you name it. People were just so touched, and it was the most rewarding experience I've ever had.
How do you even get to do a TED Talk?
I had a friend approach me in my newspaper class, Sophie Sullivan, and she asked me if I would be interested in speaking, and I asked her what the topic was, and they said, speak up. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I thought it through, and I gave it a try, and I did it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was really special.
And then a year later, you decided to write a movie.
I did. Yeah.
Tell us about that process. And it was during the pandemic, right?
It was, yeah, the height of it.
Were you in school at the time?
Online school.
And were you online?
I would say, I mean, I was online. I wouldn't say I was necessarily learning to the best of my ability, but I was online. And I had spent some time reflecting on my educational experience, because no better time to reflect on something than when you have some distance. And sat down and I wrote the feature film version, so it was a little over 100 pages, came up to like 109.
And would you do that in a week or something?
I did, 7 days.
7 days?
Yeah, the full version.
So it was about you, but it wasn't about you.
Yeah.
So do you mind sharing what some of your experiences were with your learning disabilities through public education?
Absolutely, yeah. When I was about 6 years old, I started struggling a lot in math, and caused me a lot of anxiety. And when you're a kid, anxiety always tends to be like, I have a stomachache, something along those lines. So I didn't know what it was, and we didn't know why I was struggling so much when it came to math, science. It was always just the numbers was such an issue. So I did some of that educational testing where they try to diagnose and find out what's up. And I had this processing disorder that was pretty darn severe. And, you know, through middle school was totally fine. I had some really great teachers. And high school comes around, and high school hits, and all of a sudden I realize, oh my gosh, if I'm not good at math and I don't get good grades, you know, I might not get to go to the college I want to go to. And it went from being something that I wasn't the best at but could deal with, to something that could impede on my ability to do what I wanted to do in the future.
Well, and it's a struggle in Silicon Valley, which is why I guess you called it the Valley.
Yeah.
I mean, you're competing with, and especially Los Gatos High School, so many intelligent kids who have had a lot of good things in their life that have helped them excel, but you have an issue. Was it only with math?
It was math and science mostly. Yeah. So
my 2 worst subjects.
Right.
Which is why I went on the radio, because I didn't have to deal with either one of them.
That's why we landed here. Yeah. It was hard. I felt like a little bit of an alien. I felt like I had come from another world and come and joined everybody else, and they brought up AP, X, Y, and Z, rocket science, and I was like, I can't do math. So it was tough.
Did you get help through the school?
I mean, I did.
I'm concerned about this now.
No. I have a wonderful case manager, Jan Lynn, who works with the high school, and she's been just a champion for me and everything that I've gone through for my 4 years here. Mariana Cozella at the Wellness Center helping me with all of my woes and worries. And there's been a truly just fantastic team here that have just uplifted me in every sense of the word.
And it's hard to imagine that you even need it. You speak so beautifully.
Thank you.
I mean, you could be sitting here, and then I could be sitting there and stuttering or something because I wouldn't know how to answer your questions.
Thank you.
But amazing. Now tell me about the story. It was loosely based on you, of course. You had how many people in this movie?
It was myself, Hannah Feldman, Todd Risby, who played my guidance counselor, Keith Stevenson, who played my math teacher, and Jermaine Guadet played my mother. So it was 5 of us total.
And a friend in it.
Yes, Hannah Feldman.
And what was her role?
Hannah played my best friend Gemma, and I met Hannah in my sophomore year bio class, which I very nearly passed during the pandemic. And I reached out to her a couple weeks before filming, and I was like, "Hey, I need an actor. You're an actor. I'm an actor. Would you be willing to come on board?" And she did.
And then you had to go find a director, I guess, a cameraman or a woman, and you had to raise money. How did you pay for all this? How much, what was the final cost?
It cost us, we were down to the wire. We had no money. So we started with, I raised over the course of about 4 or 5 months, about $15,000.
Crowdfunding? How
Basically.
Did you do? Yeah?
Yeah, I just sent emails, phone calls, texts, tracked people down, set aside my pride, and just begged people for $5, $10, $20. And I was astounded at the support of our community to just give, and especially during a pandemic when nobody's exactly financially thriving, people were just selflessly writing me checks to make a movie.
And you made a movie.
We made a movie.
And how long is it? It's 20 minutes,
20
I think,
minutes.
right?
Yeah.
And you've been at film festivals.
Yeah.
Did you submit it for an Oscar nomination?
I didn't actually look into it. I kind of decided, I'm not sure that I would say my first film was Oscar worthy, but I didn't look too much into it, so maybe with the next one
But you had a premiere showing, right?
We did, at the Prune Yard, yeah.
And were all the seats full?
Yeah, we were just at Fire Code. Every single person who had contributed anything, and that's like a car, a lamp, $5, everybody was invited, and it was just a really beautiful, special party for everybody who had contributed.
And did the story have a happy ending?
You know, I think we ended it pretty happy, hopeful, I would say. I wouldn't say
yes.
Outright happy, but happy.
So what was the message you were trying to get across? Because you called it the Valley, and so it obviously, those 2 words, I mean, it's tough for any young student, I think, in this Valley, because the competition is so keen and the pressure is so high.
Yeah, I think my overarching message was what I had realized was kids who live here don't think that they have anything going for them without accolades in academics or athletics. And it broke my heart that being a good person and trying wasn't actually something that people were proud of. It didn't seem like enough. And I wanted to maybe shine a light on that and ask why, these wonderful, brilliant, kind-hearted humans aren't considered enough without A's and 4.0s and 14 AP classes.
And where is this movie going? Because so many people should see it.
Yeah. Our widespread release, I don't know about yet. I need to find somewhere to put it.
But you have a website.
We do, yeah.
And it's called?
thevalleyshortfilm.com, I believe.
And I think can you watch the movie on it?
You can't, no.
Oh.
So we've kept it a little bit under wraps because we've had a little bit of interest in possibly doing a feature version of the film, so expanding it to its full hour and 45-minute potential. So we don't want to release it and give away all the surprises.
Have you written to Aaron Sorkin to tell him that he's your hero and you did this? I mean, you should send this to certain people down in Hollywood. I bet you they would be so amazed.
I know, I should. Yeah, I can't say
you
I've sent the email, but I
you
should.
You need to do these things because who knows where we'll end up.
That's one thing I've learned. yeah, I know.
So you're graduating this year. Where will you be next year?
I am going to Dodge College of Film and Media Arts at Chapman University.
Really? And is that a great film school?
Yeah, we're number 4 on the Hollywood Reporter. So.
Really?
Yeah,
and you'll be right next to Disneyland.
I know, it's perfect.
Oh, I'll
Take
come
a break.
down.
Yeah.
I'll come down.
You can come join.
I will.
We'll get on a roller coaster together.
I will. So what's your dream? Your big time dream?
Well, it's it's kind of two-pronged because I'm extremely passionate about acting and writing, and I like combining them and doing my separately at the same time. But I'm working on, I really want to do a feature film, take that just under 2 hours and create something that's just really great.
Something great for Meryl Streep, because then you will get an Oscar.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to give it a couple of years.
Does writing run in your family?
Oh, it sure does. Yeah, my mom, she wrote for the Weekly Times.
Really?
In Los Gatos, yeah.
And her name is?
Holly Hunter.
Oh, Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter Morley. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say she's probably my biggest writing inspiration.
And what does your dad do?
My dad is in real estate development and is probably the greatest comic relief you could possibly think of. So he's got a serious job, but a goofy personality.
And you have siblings?
I do 2 older brothers who have given me a great thick skin over.
Bet.
Yeah, I've actually, when they say they're proud of me, I know they mean it. They gave me, it was after my TED Talk and the premiere that I was given a good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot The Valley?
In my home.
So all in your bedroom or in the living room?
Oh yeah, the whole house was a film set for 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my siblings that were home from college, I'm sure, loved it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Emerson Morley, you are amazing. And
you.
remember that name, Emerson Morley, as one of these days we will be watching the Oscars and her name will be read, I think.
I hope so. We'll see.
I don't know.
Time will tell.
You'll at least be there because you're going to be in that esteemed group.
I sure hope so. My fingers are crossed.
And then you have to come back and sit down with me again.
I will.
Oh, you are
I'll hold you to
delight.
that. Thank you so much
make
for
sure
having
you
me.
tell your parents they did good.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
They did great. Oh, I love stories like this. You have a story like this that you can share? Some unbelievable member of the family, next door neighbor, a bestie. Go to KCAT.org. Go to community storytelling, go to nominations and nominate them. It's that easy. Although I nominated you.
Thank you.
and that's why I can say it's that easy. I did nominate you.
Thank you.
And I'll sit down with you next time. And we'll have a nice chat here at Community Storytelling. Linda Lester, thank you for always sponsoring me and supporting me. It's season 5 after all of Community Storytelling. Thanks for being with us. I'm Lissa Kreisler, and keep watching KCAT TV 15.